And now we turn to housing, and specifically to housing affordability. To help us out, we are joined by Debbie Bloyd, the CEO of DLB Financial. Debbie, it's great to see you. Thank you for coming back.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So we have seen a 0.4 drop in new home sales to a 4-month low of 5.3 million units. And housing costs have translated into lower purchases by first-time home buyers, and those homes are actually less expensive. While that may not seem like a lot to folks, the numbers and other data have led the National Association of Realtors chief economist Lawrence Yun to warn that, quote, the housing affordability issue is becoming a crisis. Should we be concerned, Debbie?
Yes, but you have to look at that study. That study says that it's assuming that people are putting, number one, 20% down, and that's just not the case. Maybe the amount of people that are buying are putting 20% down, but what I see is 5%, 3.5% for FHA, maybe 10% in paying mortgage insurance. So I think these numbers are skewed a little bit just because of what they're assuming in the study.
When they're putting down 5 or 10%, they're going 30 years?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And Debbie, there were a lot of new housing starts, a 5% increase in the U.S. in May. What do you make of that?
Well, I just think that builders are getting a little bit more money now. So when you build a custom home, it could be two things. If you build a custom home, you're going to secure the financing yourself as an owner. If a builder builds a spec home, he's going to be taking out the bank loan. Either way, the banks, if they can ease up and have more money accessible to both builders and clients, you're going to see a bigger uptick in the building market.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, I guess. Now, I'm going to ask you one you may not know. I know you aren't a commodities expert, but given this sort of tit-for-tat trade war out there, and construction of homes must be impacted by higher inputs on commodities. Not long ago, we talked about the high price of copper on the show. But how about things like lumber and other things used in construction? Are we seeing any increase in prices that translate to higher home prices, or not yet?
I don't think yet, because when you build a home is when you first start that lumber purchase. So a lot of the purchases have already been made for things that are starting in the next month or two, pre-done before this even started. So what you're going to see going forward, probably after August, that's when you're going to see the increase in lumber prices. And with lumber going up, there's going to be other things coming down. It may just be a wash overall.
And lastly, we've only got about 30 seconds, but comment on the permitting process. Permits look like they're up for going forward, right?
Yeah, so far they have been. And what we see is that people have a very good, optimistic outview of the economy. You know, again, I say it's always local. If the local economy is good, the local people are happy with their jobs, they feel confident, then they're going to go ahead and spend the money to buy that new house or go look for that new house. If builders are confident that their homes are going to get built, they're going to start building again. So while the whole country is optimistic, that's a great time to build.
Debbie, thank you so much for your time. Always great to see you, and appreciate all the insight. Take care.
Thank you so much. Take care.